Hello, welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one, well, I did say at the end of the last one that it will be one of the unofficial conversions of Robotron. So this one is Cybotron, really hid what it was a blatant copy of, which was released by Anirog Software in 1983. Now it says there, by Anirog, the name for quality. This game does not exactly exude quality, and you're about to see a very quick example as to why. I mean, here it looks like it is like pretty fast, and then the background comes in, and the background is really slow, and they've even copied, you know, the coloured circles. But now, unlike the first time around, it's all cut off at the top. So it looks really shit. And we're about to get it again. So I mean, there's nothing, you know, no attempt to hide the fact that this is, you know, a blatant copy of Robotron 2084. Which I can only assume must have been a pretty fucking popular game because, you know, this is another 1983 release, so again the Commodore 64 would be a year old at most when this came along. And yeah, another Robotron game. Now, something else that it says there about by Anirog, you know, the name for quality or whatever it is. I'm not convinced that Anirog are, you know, there you go, by Anirog, the name for quality. Yeah, Anirog and quality are two words that don't go together with me. I can't think of a single Anirog game that was any good. I mean, this score sheet looks a bit fucked up here. At the top, when it comes back, it says AIM IM. What the fuck is that? And then there's this sort of like rogue letter M, which is sort of hovering around, yeah, between the two. Again, no idea what that means. Oh well. Alright, let's start the game. Oh, except we can't, because pressing fire doesn't do anything. Because, right, well, when you are starting the game, you need a joystick in port 2, so we'll press fire and you can select number of joysticks. Now again, I will only use the one joystick method. The trouble is, in order to do all of this, you have to have, you know, in order to press fire to start the game, you have to have the joystick in port 2. To actually play the game with one joystick, you have to have the joystick in port 1. So now let's switch the joysticks around. Well, actually no, I've got to start the game and then we'll switch the joysticks around. So here we go. Now your character is always firing. And if you hold down the fire button, what it does is it holds the fire button in the direction he's facing. Except it looks like it's paused the game here. Fuck it hell. So in fact, it looks like the fire button doesn't do anything. Now, okay, the characters on screen look vaguely like those from Robotron. Obviously, Anirog would turn around and say, well, it's not meant to be Robotron. This is our original game. This is Cybotron. It's not Robotron. What are you fucking talking about? So I've got to switch the joysticks around again just to start another game and then switch them back. Really well programmed there. Remember, Anirog are the name for quality. And now he's not firing at all. And pressing fire is just starting the pause mode again. This game is a fucking piss take. Why the fuck isn't he firing? If I hold the fire button's not doing anything. All the fire button is doing... Oh, I know what it is. I forgot to fucking change it to... 2 joysticks. I forgot to change it to a single joystick. So, yeah, that went well. Right, let's try that again. So, J... Right. Single joystick. Here we go. So again, like the official conversion, everyone is really fat, and the sound effects are fucking diabolical. Except the sound effects are actually worse. But in terms of graphics, sound, this is vastly inferior to the official conversion. And in terms of gameplay, again, it's inferior, but I do think the control method, if they'd used that control method for the one joystick game in the official conversion, it would have helped. I think there are even fewer, enemies on screen in this version than there are in the official one. And because everyone in this version is so fucking fat, it's the playing area is even more claustrophobic. And you get to positions like that, there is nothing you can do to avoid the enemies. Because everyone's just so fucking big and the playing area is so small. And the ridiculous thing is that this was one of the games suggested as a superior version of Robotron compared to the official conversion. No it ain't. This is fucking shit. Everything about it, from the utterly fucking atrocious title screen where you have to switch joysticks around just to start the game and then to actually play it. It's a fucking joke. So because everyone in this is so fucking huge, the playing area seems tiny. Well, it's not seems tiny, it is fucking tiny. It's just absolute fucking shite. I cannot believe that this was... this was an example given of a superior version of the official conversion. It's not. It's fucking awful. And as if the game didn't look shit enough and sound shit enough and the presentation wasn't shit enough, you also have this whole fucking absolute bullshit where you've got to change the fucking joystick ports just to be able to fucking select and start the fucking game. I mean, it's just taking the piss. It couldn't be, programmed any worse than it actually has been. It's just complete fucking dog shit. So, well, let's get the review underway, shall we, as I switch the fucking joysticks round again. Graphically, it's shit. The characters are far too fucking big. And yeah, the presentation screens is just, everything seems to massively fucking slow down once the background, you know, the circles all start appearing. And then, yeah, when the game actually starts, fucking hell. In terms of audio, it makes the official Robotron sound fantastic. I mean, sound effects don't get any more basic than this. I mean, I do realise that this was a 1983 release, and you know, very early in the 64's life cycle, but nevertheless, surely they could have come up with better fucking audio than this. I refuse to believe that, you know, this was the best they could do. By Anirog, the name for quality. Oh, fucking hell. So that's graphics and audio dealt with, and the gameplay, it's fucking dire. Because the playing area is so small and everyone in the game is so fucking fat, you can barely move around. It is not at all, you know, approaching the fast, sort of frantic action that Robotron is famous for. And yeah, okay, yes, we know Anirog will turn around, so this isn't Robotron, this is our own original game. Yeah. Well, there you go. So that is Cybotron from Anirog Software for Commodore 64. It's absolute shite. I can't believe that there are people out there who name this as a superior version of Robotron to the official coin-op conversion. I mean, yes, the conversion has its issues, but they're nothing compared to this. I rate this, actually, I'll give this 0, because on top of everything else, you know, the final insult is the fact that it's been so badly coded that you have to, you know, if you only had the one joystick back in the day, you were constantly having to switch joysticks between the ports just to fucking start the game, which is just utterly fucking ridiculous. I mean, it wouldn't have been quite so bad if it had been, you know, the other way around. You had the joystick in port 1 to start the game, but you played the game in port 2. That way you could just keep the joystick in port 2 and press space to start it. But no, they did it the other way around just to make it really fucking annoying. So yeah, there you go. Cybotron for Commodore 64, 0 out of 10. Stay well away from this fucking heap of shit. That brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.